our goal here is to build the prototype of an abundant community. And an abundant community is one that employs ecologically sustainable means to fulfill those 9 basic needs. Now, alright, we build the prototype. How does this abundance spread to the villages around? One of the 9 basic needs that I mentioned is trade. And trade is the engine that connects one village to the other through establishing patterns of interdependence. So, as a first step in that direction, what we have done is we have established a little supermarket in the village close by, the villages.So. Earlier, the villagers used to go about 6 kilometers away to buy their weekly consumables. So 6 kilometers going and coming would mean that they would lose a man day. There are 500 families in the panchayat, which means that a loss of man day per family would easily mean 1 lakh in terms of opportunity cost. And each family that goes there spends at least 200 rupees in that fare in the nearby town. So which means that another lakh goes. So per month there would be a loss of, the amount of money that goes out of the village is close to about 8 lakhs, which is unimaginable. And it all goes without their knowledge. So what we decided was, as a first step, we'll just bring the supermarket into the village. It will sell the regular stuff, and the supermarket is now being managed by the women of the village, and the profits from that supermarket go back into the village organization for its development, for the village development. So that's the incentive for them to start buying in that shop, local buying. And as a next step, what we'll train them to do is start manufacturing all those products that are being sold in the supermarket. So eventually, all the products that are on the shelf in the supermarket are the ones that are made within the village or within the villages around. So that kickstarts the local economy. So local production, local consumption, and the excess can find a market elsewhere, a market outside. Now, for training these villagers in the various enterprises that are required to produce these products, we are setting up something called Rural Economic Zone. And in Telugu, it is Gramina Arthika Mandali. In the abbreviated form, it becomes Gramam. So in Gramam, we are prototyping the idea of Gramam in about 1.5 acres of land within Proto village. And so in Gramam, what we do is we train the villagers first in ideation, thinking about that good idea. And good idea is defined as one that is not just economically viable. It should also cause a certain amount of social cohesion. Imagine an enterprise that brings the society slightly closer together. And the third and the most important condition for a good idea, a good business idea, is that it should be ecologically sustainable. Most importantly, in the REZ, what we're going to do is, after ideation, once a few ideas are selected, we're going to train the villagers, the village entrepreneurs in setting up that enterprise, and we provide them with access to capital, with access to training in terms of how to run a business, and then they can just come, set up and run their business. So right now we are good with about 5 or 6 enterprise ideas, which include making cold pressed oil, processing agricultural produce like millets and grains and things like that. And the other is we'll soon be making napkins out of kenaf. Kenaf's local name is gongura. It's a plant which is very, very rich in fiber, which can be used to make napkins and various other products. So there are we'll also be getting the villagers to make handmade soaps. So several enterprise ideas like that, which are ecologically sustainable. So the families living in Proto village will kind of become the master trainers with respect to these micro enterprises, and then they will take these ideas to the self-help groups, the women self-help groups and the youth groups that we have established in the neighboring villages. And the condition is that they'll be trained in that particular enterprise, but only one group in each village can do one particular enterprise. So the only way they can scale up their enterprise is by partnering and training another group in a neighboring village. So that way trade becomes the engine for spreading the idea of abundance. So imagine intricate value chains of various enterprises which are ecologically sustainable and fulfilling all their basic needs and completely in control of the villagers. So that's abundance run through trade.